Hey, hi, hello, and good afternoon. My name is Amanda, and welcome to Harmony Portal Tarot Live. Hope everyone is having a fine Woo Woo Wednesday. We've got a interesting lighting situation. We will probably lose the sunlight. I don't know, definitely less than an hour, probably 45 minutes tops. But yeah, for now, I need to plug in my laptop. That's one thing I need to do, and maybe just adjust internal lighting situation here so we can actually see what's going on in here. How is everybody? Hope you're having a fine Wednesday. And we are tonight going to be doing a quick little one card pull for everybody who wants one at the beginning. And we have our giveaway as always, and our drawing, our perpetual drawing. We'll be drawing a new name tonight, and of course entering everybody who's here at the time of our drawing / giveaway that wants to be entered into our drawing. We will be able to enter you tonight. So, how is everybody? Hello, Michelle Lynn. Hello, Jamie. So I'll probably give a few minutes because notifications rarely go out right when I go live anymore. I don't even think I got my email notification yet. No, I did, I guess. It just didn't ding, or did it? Maybe my sound is off. I don't know what I'm doing. There. It did tell me it's 6:01, so who knows? Maybe sometimes those go out a little late. Hello, Marlene. Hello, everybody. We have 4 people, so we have a bit of activity coming in. How did the eclipse treat everybody? Are you hanging in there? Are you feeling great? Are you feeling low? How's it going? I've been feeling pretty good myself. I can't complain too much, although it's been interesting. Most every day this week thus far, I've taken like a 15-minute nap, and then later in the day when I go pick the kids up, I'll fall asleep in the car for like another 15 to 20 minutes. Like, I don't need like a lot of sleep during the nap, but like I'm just like barely keep my eyes open, and I just close my eyes for 10 15 minutes, and then I'm like back to good. Anyone else just tired? That's been me. I guess another weird kind of symptom feeling, whatever you want to call it, would be I have to, once in a while, I'll just have to adjust like how I eat or how much I can eat, what I can eat. And lately I get full so quickly that like my eyes are too big for my stomach, and I'm just like, even like for my husband's birthday on Monday, we went out to dinner at a Chinese buffet, and normally I can have a plate and then I'll get like a little selection of desserts for like a second plate, and sometimes I'll get soup. Today I could barely finish the first plate, and that was it. Like, I'm just like, and even then I felt like I had eaten like 4 plates. I'm just like, oh, I way ate too much. Oh, you caught a few seconds of the eclipse through the clouds with your hubby's welding mask. There you go. The eclipse actually happened like real time right before I went out to my in-laws on Saturday, so I didn't see it, and I just personally choose not to gaze at it, just from like ancient wisdom of wanting to kind of disappear during that eclipse. Specifically for me, because this eclipse was taking place right on my ascendant, right on my Pluto. Yeah, so for me personally, I'm like, oh, I better just hold it, But as far as like doom and gloom and everything crazy, like I'm doing good. So far, so good. We're doing great. But yeah, I'm glad you caught a few seconds of that. Hello, Kirsten. So yeah, I think I've shouted out everybody who's here. We still have 4 people. Usually about the 5-minute mark, we get a couple more trickle in. But I don't want to start the one card pull too soon, and then everybody has gone through, and then that's it. So let's see, and we don't have any donations thus far. So the first person to donate will be the first one to be read tonight. If we get donations, that will be the case. And yep, thus far I don't see that we have any. So donation list is currently open for anybody who wants to join that. But at the very least, we're going to do a free 1-card pull and our giveaway and our 1-card pull drawing. Hello, Jessica Lynn. Hello. All right, we're almost at the 5-minute mark. And I'm actually going live at my regularly scheduled time this time. So who knows? Maybe people are just busy tonight, which is totally valid. We got 5 people in the chat. All right, we've reached the 5-minute mark. Hello, hello. So let's do the one card pull. Everybody who wants one, let's put a 44 in the chat. A 44 in the chat. And I'm thinking we're going to do straight up tarot. And this is a Halloween deck. It's Happy Halloween Tarot. It's in a different language. And regular suits aren't marked. I mean, that's an easy one. Oh, it's a 2 of swords. Okay, easy to see. But sometimes when you get like a big old group of pentacles, you gotta be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, there's 8 there. Okay, cool. So I'm kind of trying to get used to this deck, but it's just too cute to not use. This close to Halloween, so we're probably gonna use this, and then I have this the Unknown Tarot, which has a very Halloween vibe in and of itself. So we might be kind of going between these 2 decks tonight. And then, of course, we have the After Tarot hanging out here in case we need it. And this tarot deck, which I always forget the name of, is on hand as well, which I love this one so much. Look at that, 9 of Cups energy. We could all use some 9 of Cups energy in our lives. Yes. Okay. So, yeah, we're going to do straight up tarot. And since we only have 4 people here, we did have 5, someone left. I think what we're going to do is pull 2 tarot cards for everybody who's here and just do like a quick, basic rapid fire reading for everybody. So with your 44, the first one I see here is Michelle Lynn. Linda's here. Welcome, Linda. Michelle Lynn, let's start. Okay, and we have 2 right here. Ooh, we have 3 for Michelle Lynn. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of Wands, Page of Cups, and 2, 4, 6, 7 of Cups. So very interesting. You are looking to rise above something that has maybe just been feeling confusing. And again, the lighting's doing its thing. So apologies for the crazy lighting situation here. But Michelle Lynn, I do see a very pleasant surprise to something that has felt very just chaotic or just competitive in some way, or feeling like you have to keep competing either with yourself or with others to just make it like to the next step or to your next, just through the course of the day. But with the 7 of Cups coming in as well, this really is about being able to choose another way or choose a different direction. All right. So up next we have Marlene. I might just pull this down. There. Yes, we got a bit of grain going on, but at least we can see what's going on, hopefully. All right, so up next, I did already say it, I think. Yes, Brandy Lynn. Let's get Brandy Lynn her 2 cards. Brandy Lynn. And we did have a donation come in for somebody, which we will read here in a minute. Okay, so we have the 4 of Swords and the 3 of Wands. So it's very interesting because these are very conflicting energies. You know, one is kind of to take some time out to do the resting, the recuperating, the self-care. And then the other one is about finally moving forward, finally taking action. So this is really, to me, feels like maybe if you've been in this action phase, you're going to start stepping into a bit of a recovery phase. If you've been in that rest, recuperation, recovery phase, you're going to start stepping into more of an action and possible travel. Doesn't have to be like a long distance away. Could even be in your local area, just going somewhere you haven't been in a while. All right. So Marlene, and we have 2 right here. So Marlene gets the 2, 4, 6. Sorry, guys. Okay. 2, 4, 6, 8. 8 of Pentacles and the Hierophant. So, wow. Yeah. So there might be a way that you are traditionally learning something or honing a skill, honing a craft, learning more about a career in a very traditional way, though. So this could be like book learning or, wanting to take college courses or, learning in those more traditional ways. But there also could be a contract you're signing that's going to really want you to help you buckle down to really learn more and hone your skills, hone your craft. All right. So Jessica Lynn is next. Jessica Lynn, 2 cards. There's 1 and 2. Okay, so Jessica Lynn. So we also have the 7 of Cups, and we also have the 4 of Wands. So I don't know, Jessica Lynn, if you're deciding to do some rearranging, some remodeling, some just decorating possibly, or just purging, decluttering, reimagining your space. But there's a lot of potentials or opportunities to change things up at home. Or if you do have a husband or significant other, just ways that you are communicating, responding. There could even be a wedding you're going to and you're still undecided, like what to wear. That could be another way we could interpret those cards. Very fun. All right, what else? What else? So we have Marlene. Oh, we did Marlene. Linda. All right, let's do Linda. Get her 2 cards. 1 and 2. Okay, so Linda's message, the Hanged Man, and oh man, is there 9 of those? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 of Swords. Okay. So both of these energies can be very mental or feeling very stuck mentally or just unsure of how to move forward mentally. Especially with the Hangman, you could benefit, like especially like the rest of the week, Linda, going into the weekend and then into early next week. Really benefit from just kind of taking a bit of a step back, especially with any decisions or even just like mental chatter, anything you're worried about, anything you're stressed about. Try to give yourself some grace in that area, especially between now and the beginning of next week, because I think some clarity or just a shift in perspective will be coming for you, Linda. So that worry, that stress, that anxiety will start to ease by then for sure. All right. Jamie, everybody who's just joining us, put a 44 in the chat, the number 44 in the chat, and I will pull you 2 tarot cards for free. All right, Jamie, let's get Jamie's cards. 1 and 2. Ooh, we have the King of Wands and 2, 4, 6, 8 of Wands. Wow. So very quickly, you are getting motivated, inspired, like feeling the sense of passion, wisdom, almost like this soul desire to do something very creative, it could be, or it could even just be having to do with your sense of purpose in life. But very quickly, something is shifting for you that you're feeling very on your game, basically. All right, very exciting for Jamie. All right, let me scroll down. Kirsten wants some cards. Let's get Kirsten some cards. 1 for Kirsten, and the top one of these wants to also come out. Okay, so Kirsten's cards are Temperance and the 2, 4, 6, 7 of Pentacles. So it's very interesting. Both of these cards do have this element or kind of underlying energy of just kind of taking things slowly, not feeling so rushed. Temperance really is about balance and moderation, taking care of nurturing yourself, nurturing others. And also at the heart of the 7 of Pentacles, it really is a card of nurturing. It's very like a very puttering around the garden that, the garden's already grown, it's already established, but it's not quite ripe or ready to harvest yet. There might be a strawberry here and a tomato there, but for the most part, you are just kind of maintaining or taking care of what's already existing in your life. And I really get major self-care vibes with this, Kirsten. So if you drop the ball on your self-care routine, or you're thinking of getting your nails did, your hair did, or, it doesn't mean you have to go somewhere and do these things. You can do these things for yourself for, pennies on the dollar, if that feels more in alignment for you. But doing something to take care of yourself is going to be really important. Okay. Let's see. Joe Beth. Let's get Joe Beth some cards. Welcome, Joe Beth. Welcome. Oh, it resonates. Oh, you're so welcome, Linda. Absolutely. All right. So we have the 2 of Swords for Joe Beth. So there might be some confusion or just a bit of just unsureness in your next steps. But there will be some clarity coming in. We do, normally it's the Ace of Swords that's more of the clarity bringer. But I really do see the clarity will actually come for you with this Ace of Wands, kind of in this like epiphany or like duh moment that you're going to have, like, oh, duh, that's exactly what I need to do. Why didn't I think of that earlier? And it might even have to do with something around the home, or if you do have a partner, um, contract that you're wanting to sign or have recently signed, or you're thinking about signing, you're getting some clarity about your future, really, is what this is saying. And you're going to feel really inspired moving forward because the Ace of Wands is like the fire is lit under you. You are ready to take some action on something, specifically around the home. But as of right this moment, you still might be a bit unclear or unsure of what your next move will be. But very soon, I would say by the middle of the weekend, Jo Beth, you're going to have an idea of what direction to move. All right. So, Kalite. Oh man, I hope I'm not like mispronouncing or butchering your name. But let's get you some cards. All right, so we have 1 and 2. Okay, so wow, this 4 of Wands is coming out like crazy tonight. So this might just be like a collective energy of, oh, Kalite. Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah, this to me though does feel like hearth and home energy and just wanting to feel comfy, feel cozy in your home. You know, you're the king of your castle, right? You know, the emperor energy. You want to feel like you're in charge of your home. And especially if your like systems of organization or the clutter has kind of creeped up or crept up in your home, it would be really beneficial to, you know, sweep away the cobwebs. I mean, you do have 4 wands here, 4 brooms here to help you out with the cleaning. And a lot of times it's not that we can't clean or tidy up or declutter. It's just, you know, especially if we work a 9 to 5, or, you know, we're working most of the time, or we, you know, have a lot of our energy going to one thing or another. When we do have that time off, it's like the last thing we want to do is more work. So if you are having issues just trying to get motivated or inspired to make changes around your home, or even in your relationship if you have one, just calling on your own inner self, your true spirit, as I call it, can really help give you that extra oomph to really, and even if you're not feeling like doing something, half the time for me, if not more than half the time for me personally, if I just get rolling on it, just get started on it, I kind of start to gain that momentum as I go. So yeah. All right, Kalite, I hope that resonated for you. And anyone else just joining us, feel free to put a 44 in the chat and I will pull you 2 tarot cards. You feel that? Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of that season where you know, there is that like big reaping and bounty coming in, and sometimes when we bring all this new bounty and abundance in, sometimes it can feel very cluttered in our space, and then we can, you know, release what we don't need anymore to make room for that abundance of the harvest time, and then to feel all comfy cozy for that next upcoming winter season. But of course, if you are from down under, or, you know, in the southern hemisphere, that might be opposite energy for you. All right, so let me go check our donations and we will get right into them. And we still have a giveaway tonight, and we still have a drawing. We're going to enter you. If you are still here at the time we do our giveaway, I will do like a roll call or shout out if anyone wants to be entered in our giveaway, or sorry, our drawing. We're going to do the giveaway and then enter you into the drawing, and you need not be present to win. So if your name is not drawn tonight, but you are here at this live stream, check back to a future live stream, because your name is not coming out of here until we pull it. So you will win at some point, unless, you know, down the road I just give up on this whole thing and we dump it out. But for the most part, I'm going strong on this. It's very fun. We have quite a little section of names in here, and people that aren't even here are winning, you know, so check back on future live streams to see if you've won. And I will also timestamp it so you don't have to watch the whole thing or anything. You can go right to your free reading. All right, so Kirsten was the first one on the donation list that I saw, and then Marlene for a 1-card read. So Kirsten, go ahead and post your question, my dear. We're gonna get right into it for you. And then, oh, my light's taking a bit of a dive. There we go. And then, so Kirsten, and then Marlene for a 1-card. Oh, Kirsten's name right, I swear. Marlene. Right, so 1 card for Marlene. But you know me, 1 card is never 1 card. Read. Not even with our free 1-card pull today. I was like, no, let's do 2. I'm in the spirit of giving. Let's do it. All right, Kirsten is looking for a business reading. She wants to know if her business will be successful and make me a millionaire, and and if there's any advice. All right. I feel like going to this other unknown tarot. It's not that the tarot itself is unknown to me. It's called the unknown tarot. That's why I call it that. So let's tune into Kirsten's lovely energy with her business, whatever business this is that she goes into. Multiple businesses in the future. If it's multiple, if it's one, whatever business she goes into. She wants to know if this will be successful first and foremost. And of course, success. Like, what does success mean to you? And millionaire by today's standards is actually like the mid-90s, like someone who's doing all right, like middle class. Like, that's millionaires now. And anyone who's really technically, I guess, not a millionaire, a lot of people are struggling out there, and it takes a lot of money to like make things happen in life. So the millionaires of, say, the 1990s would be much better off than, say, the millionaires of today. But as far as success, whatever that means to your spirit, Kirsten, and whatever your intuition is deeming successful, yes, yeah, but it's going to take a lot of hard work and effort. It's not just, yes, the opportunity might be presented or given to you, but it's the work, the effort, the attention, the love that you put into whatever your business or businesses are that is going to make it the success that you are seeking. But you got a big yes. If it will be successful, aces are always a very distinct and very clear yes. So boom, right out the gate, whatever your definition is of success, Kirsten, you're reaching it. As far as it making you a millionaire, let's find out. Okay, so we have the 8 of Cups. So it's interesting. You might try on a couple of different hats in your business, or you try one business idea and maybe it's working really well for a while and then you kind of go off the rails with it, or you just get bored with it, or just want to switch it up and then you're off to something else. I want to get a clarifier on this because I'm hearing like second time and third time's the charm. So there might be 1, then 2, then 3 different ideas that you are going kind of cycling between. And that second and third one, yeah, it's almost like a balance between the second and third businesses are going to be really successful for you. Okay. So, and as far as any advice, let's get that advice. Okay. So, like we were saying, between business ideas 2 and 3, we're looking for that sense of balance. But you might be pulled in one direction for a while and then feel this need to go in another direction, but yet that other direction still needing your time, effort, love, attention, and all the things. So at some point in the future, once these businesses are going, you might have to choose between business idea 2 and business idea 3. And it might even be that you have people invested in the business or that come through the business that somehow like go their own way. And again, kind of with this does feel more like that first business idea. There might be, and again, this doesn't have to be a bunch of external people or like bitter clients or anything like that. This just can be you just turning bitter against that first business idea and just wanting to go a new way with it. But as far as advice goes, you're going to know, this is the big advice. You'll know when to walk away before you even get to this like bitter, resentful energy with something. So that's the good thing, especially if you're trusting your intuition and you're really checking in with yourself a lot. You'll know when it's time to walk away or give up the ghost or, just decide that there's something better calling to me. But again, you can start out with business idea 1 before you even start and kind of have it narrowed down if you really trust your intuition right out of the gate, and you won't even have to have any kind of failed business attempt. Okay. But I think you could ask someone like Donald Trump or a bunch of these other like business tycoons. They've had multiple businesses and income streams throughout their life. So if they had just stuck to one business and then it failed and then like, well, I guess I'm a loser, but no, they kept on going and going and going. It's almost like what I'm seeing in my mind's eye is like the Michael Scott Paper Company on The Office. Like Michael Scott leaves Dunder Mifflin and then he starts his own company. And then Dunder Mifflin's like, well, we're going to put you out of business. And he goes, it's okay. I'll just start another company and then another company and then another company. Like he's relentless. Like he's not going to give up. Your other tarot friend says, I'm going to do 4 businesses. And yeah, I like to watch Grant Cardone and Tony Robbins. Yeah. And who's to say that business 1 is worse than business 4. Or maybe you're just in different seasons of life while you do these businesses. Maybe some of these businesses, like I said earlier, are running simultaneously and they're successful on their own, or you can start one and then kind of step away and have like employees run those businesses for you, and you're still making money without having to be involved in like heavily in the day to day. Maybe you just check in like as a board of directors or something. Like you just never know. Yeah. So let's see. Any other words of advice or wisdom for Kirsten? Yeah. Yeah. You're definitely going to have your work cut out for you, but like any good businessman, they're not afraid at all of that hard work. And in fact, your regular average business owner will work harder for themselves than they'll ever work for anybody else. So this just really is letting you know, letting all of us here know that you, Kirsten, are very ready and willing to roll up your sleeves and make things happen and put in the work, put in the hours, really invest your time, your love, attention, effort, all the things to make these businesses a great success for yourself. Because we already had it, yeah. And then on the back of the deck, Wheel of Fortune. There is success here as long as you are willing to, show up day after day, week after week, month and month, and year, right? Just keep showing up and then using your intuition when things start to feel like, oh, I'm ready to shift course or change course, to know what to get out when the getting's good, or to know when to pass that business off to someone else so that you can really utilize that focus and energy on something new that you are wanting to achieve. For sure. All right, Kirsten, I hope that helped, my dear. All right, Marlene, go ahead and post your question. We'll get right into it for you. And let's see. And we had another donation come in from Jamie for a 1 card as well. So Marlene 1 card, Jamie 1 card. All right. Fix the list here. So Jamie. List. So Marlene, we are on your question. So Marlene says, hello, Amanda. I was talking to my guides out loud a few days ago. Felt a little crazy, but my question is, did they hear me and what do they think? Okay. So every time I connect to anything outside of me, I always like to set that intention that these are the true spirit guides that, are for my highest good, for no hidden agendas, no trickster energies, no false light entities, because for years and years and years, I was connected with someone called Archangel Michael, and as far as I know, there is no, at least that I've been able to communicate with, no true Archangel Michael. The Archangel Michael most people are communicating with is a false light entity that tried to completely upend my life, completely destroyed so much. Of course, I've built back a lot of, the doom and gloom that has happened since, but, there's certain things we just can't come back from. But I always say, if you're allowing other entities into your field, make sure you vet them out 100%. And of course, I would have done my due diligence with someone like Archangel Michael, but, the moment of my awakening, there he was, and I just assumed. I gave the benefit of the doubt and just allowed it in, So this is about checking in momentarily and regularly to make sure. Setting those intentions. Yeah, that's awesome. I'm glad you did that. Yeah. Message. That's Jamie's question. Yeah. So let's tune in as far as you being able to tune in. If they did hear you, yeah. Look, anti-whispers. Look at that. So yeah, you don't even have to say it out loud. They can hear it in your head when you want to communicate. But this is the strength card, I do believe, in the tarot. It's just very cute. But this, the strength card is, I used to always call it that inner self, that higher self, if you will, or, your true spirit. So, connecting to your true spirit, connecting to these guides, of course, you vetting them out, making sure they are legit. It's really almost just like connecting to your own spirit because they know your spirit the way your spirit knows your spirit. So yeah, I think they did definitely connect and hear you. And what do they think? Let's see. What do they think? Wow. It's very interesting because it's like, especially when you are going through those hard times, it's like, this is the spirit guides, right? Like tapping you on the shoulder. Like you might be focused over here, but like the guidance, like, it's always has your back. Like, the true, like, divine essence always does have your back. So you might even feel like a weird pressure on the shoulder or tap on the shoulder and just think, wow, what was that? And if you haven't felt anything like that yet, just kind of be aware that it might happen. And of course, they don't want to scare you. That's the last thing your actual true loving guidance system wants to do is scare you. That's the last thing they want to do. But they really are very protective of your energy as well. But let's see what they think about you and just everything else, anything else that needs to come through. Yeah. They can see when you are confused about things, or even when you think something is a sign, but then you pick it apart sometimes, like, oh no, it was probably coincidence, or you almost second guess yourself or your own intuition, and at times maybe project that intuition to seek validation outside of yourself, which we've all done. We all will probably do until we're out of here, right? But it's about them wanting you to check in with yourself first and then reaching out to them if there's any additional like message that needs to be received, because the more you can strengthen that connection to your own inner guidance system, your own true spirit, as I call it, the more just just confident in your own abilities that you become. And of course, they're not going to get their feelings hurt if you're not constantly asking for their advice or their wisdom. And in fact, they can really support you even greater when you are feeling very confident in, who you are and what your, intentions are. And a lot of times people do go through life very blind. But it's really about removing the blindfold and setting very clear intentions and also very clear boundaries with the people around you, or the energies around you, or even just clear boundaries with the matrix. Like, I'm not participating in this clown show. That can really like put you a leg up, above where you were before. But a lot of times we don't even realize we are stuck in any kind of system until we do realize it, right? Let's just see anything else that needs to come out from Arlene. Anything else at all? Boom. Yeah. And a lot of times you just might feel, again, two things of a blindfold. So you, again, might second guess the fact that you can even connect to a spirit guide or your own inner self, or how do I know that's not just my thought process or the voice in my head? When you know. But even when we get intuitive hits or nudges, especially when we're really testing out that intuition for, the first even probably 10 years that we're real gung-ho about it, we can always like backpedal or second guess or just not trust that inner guidance that we get. And if I had just trusted when Archangel Michael was like, no, sign up with this one healer, and I just like deep down I knew it wasn't gonna benefit me, but the big price tag and all these big promises of what will happen if I do this, got me completely star-crossed in the eyes, and I just let my own intuition just chuck right out the window. So if you can check in with yourself first and then get that additional guidance outside of you, that's your best bet. All right. But yeah, I get this sense of that they are proud of how you have dealt with just feeling stuck or confused in this realm, because who wouldn't feel stuck or confused in this realm, just the way things are? It's very scary and daunting, and just, it can be a lot, it can be a lot. Even just like becoming a parent for the first time, second time, third time, however many times, each time it can just feel like another like level up of just, what am I doing here? It can feel very scary, but yet also amazingly rewarding as well. All right. Yes. Okay. So let's see. Jamie. Let's get Jamie a message from her dad about the situation with Mickey's dad. He is moving out, and I just feel, he is moving out, and I just feel deathly about it. I'm grateful he's moving out. I just feel bad because it's my fault. Oh no. No, you're fine, Jamie. You're fine. We got it. But let's see. Hi, Jessica. Welcome. Yeah, they're being very greedy with the what do you call them, notifications tonight. Yeah, we had like 5 people at the beginning with the one card pull. So I might even do a one card pull a little later on for those that didn't get notified in time, because it sounds like a lot of you didn't. But yeah, we can do that. Of course, we still have our giveaway and our free like drawing, right? So we're gonna do those as well. Yeah. Oh, ignore your earlier question. You revised. Okay, sorry for being distracting. You're not distracting at all. You're totally fine. And you're so welcome, Marlene. Absolutely. Please give me a message from my dad and guides about the situation with Mickey's dad. He's moving out because I told him I was uncomfortable with him living here during this time of my life. You only shared the truth, and there's nothing wrong with that. But he's really an a-hole, and less straw happened for me recently. All right. So let's tune into this for Jamie. Oh, you'll be right back. Well, let me put a timestamp just in case. 35:33 for Jamie. 35:33 for Jamie. One card pull for her question about Jamie's dad moving out. A message from her dad and guides about this situation with Mickey's dad. He is moving out because you did share your truth. You spoke your truth. Happy hump day to you too as well, Tia. Welcome, welcome. All right. Let's tune in for Jamie with the situation. Yeah, I think it really threw him for a loop, or he was just like, whoa, like it completely caught him off guard, which let's be honest, if he could read the room, read the energy, he'd have known long ago you were uncomfortable with him living there, especially during the season of your life. Like, this should not be news to him. He should have been able to feel it this whole time, but the fact that he was surprised or taken aback or got his feelings hurt about it, that's not on you, really. I mean, I'm sure you didn't scream at him. You probably told him in a very tactful way. Even if you had a bit of heated feelings with it, I think that is a very valid, just for everything you've been through. Oh, just Sandy's here. Hi, Sandy. Hello, pretty princess. But we have here the Greg, so he's definitely moving out, to his own new beginning here. So I don't think he's going to take massive offense to it for long. I think eventually he'll see the silver lining of this and be on his merry way and actually happy that he has his own time and energy and space. Oh, Mickey's upset with you. I mean, did Mickey not realize this has been a long time coming? Like, a long time coming. Yeah. Yeah, and then the Page of Axes. So, again, maybe the communication felt a little abrupt or just out of left field. But again, I would say the writing had been on the wall, and you were just speaking from that motherly, essence of wanting to raise your family the way that feels good to you, and having this, fifth wheel in your, family presence. It's just, even though, he's the grandpa, like, so he's close enough, but like, he doesn't need to be that close all the time. Like, I'm proud of you for finally speaking up and being able to say this. And yes, I'm sure Mickey's upset right now because his dad's upset, and, there's not a lot, I guess, that can be done. But of course, holding space, having grace for Mickey as, as he goes through this transition of his father moving out and his dad being a bit bitter or what have you. Mickey's going to get over it. I totally see that. But let's just tune into Mickey's energy. Yeah, definitely. It might take him a minute, to get over it. It's kind of a slow progression here. But he's definitely going to move on from this and continue to, be in your corner as well. So he just might kind of drag his feet and not be as responsive to, anything that's your idea for a while, right? Which is like, oh, okay, whatever. But for the most part, you did what you needed to do to make this situation that has been very trying for you end. So you won. I mean, not this was a competition, but you are going to start to see things improve, especially once his father's energy is out of the house, into his own next, realm of what possibility, potential, whatever he's got going on. And as far as your relationship with Mickey long-term, really, this is a blip. It's not going to be the end-all be-all of everything. Yeah, your hard work is paying off. You're still moving in the direction that you want your family to move in. And in fact, it's actually an increase of, you being able to just be comfortable is going to really amplify the creative energy in your space, in your family, just in your day-to-day life. Like, you can actually breathe and walk around in your underwear if you want. Like, there's something so just freeing about being able to do that in your own home without, this third party lurker just always being there. Not that he's like lurking on you, but you know what I mean. You deserve to be comfortable, and now moving forward, that will be the case, because he's gonna have to go. And again, I still see you being able to have family dinners, get-togethers, gatherings. The relationship with you and everybody gets to have their, moment and party, birthday parties and whatever. Like, everybody still gets to hang out. It's not like you're cutting him out of your life forever. No. It's just you need him out of your living space. It's time. So yeah, I don't see anything here that's doom and gloom. So I'm so glad that you were able to do, do what you needed to do to get this situation moving. Let's see. Oh, 2 days a week tops, right? I really wanted to do a 22 reading, but couldn't. Well, hey, maybe you're gonna win. If you win the giveaway tonight, we can just go and extend it on this reading if you want. Hey, how's that sound? He stares. He said he would date her. Oh my gosh. Oh, yeah, you just don't need that, So I'm glad you did what you knew to be the right thing. Even if Mickey's a little sore about it, he's gonna get over it. And in fact, later on, and I'm thinking much later, meaning, at least a year from now, he will probably maybe find a roundabout way to even say thank you, because I think he wants this as well. He wants to be able to just let loose and just be himself in his own home without his dad always there. What adult wouldn't? Even though Mickey's dad's living with you, like, as the man, I don't know, subconsciously, it might even make him at times feel like he's still living under his father's roof, in a way, even though his father's the one living under his roof. Kind of a weird paradox there, but anyway. All right. So let's see. I think it was wonderful. Just Sandy has donated for our next reading. And then if we don't have any other donations coming in, we'll be doing the giveaway right after Sandy's reading. And she's donated for a full read. Oh, he stares at you, I think in a normal way, but I'm thinking about my mom. Oh, but the thing about my mom was weird. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's kind of weird if he says he wants to date your mom or would date your mom. Like, that would make you and Mickey's step brother and sister if they ever decided that. No, let's not go down that road. Yeah, dynamics have changed, and again, it'll be a slow and steady progress moving forward, especially on Mickey's end. At first he might kind of drag his feet, but eventually he'll understand that this was definitely what is best for the family dynamic overall. All right. Sandy, are you here, Sandy? Let's see. Sandy. Sometimes you want a general. I think that's what you want. It says Jen. Okay, yes. General for Sandy. There she is. Okay, I just want to make sure you were here. So let's tune in. Baby time for Jamie. We'll have fun. Hug the babies for us. They are so sweet. All right. Sandy, what does Sandy need to know? Sandy. All right. What does Sandy need to know? All right, here we go. Ooh. So I don't know if you have a trip coming up, or this could even be connections, communications online with somebody, but there's also just this element of healing with this card. Get some more cards to clarify what's going on here for Sandy. Travel was my first inclination, and again, travel doesn't have to be far off lands. This could be across town, a town over, within the state, within, usually this is within like a 200 to 300 mile radius normally, or less for sure. Could even be like running errands or just, bulking, stocking up on bulk items, something like that. Purchase, online purchase. it's many things. So apparently there's going to be a lot of little little messages coming through rather than one big overarching message for you, Sandy. But let's just see what the maybe couple main messages that need to come through tonight for Sandy. Um, so you might have even been recently just feeling a bit off or even just confused on next steps, next direction. Or if you do have an idea of your next steps, next direction, you're maybe just a bit unsure of how to get started or get going in a new direction or the same old direction, but just in a new way, possibly. Let's see what else is coming through for Sandy. Could even be multiple income streams, because usually these Seven of Cups do represent different or new opportunities that could be available to you or different timelines that you can shift to depending. But let's see what this indicates for Sandy. Oop. So when a card falls to the floor, and I used to say this all the time, and then I quit saying it at all, and now I'm back to saying it because I think people don't understand sometimes. When the card falls to the floor or slips down, the energy is still available. Let me grab it. Energy is still available. It just might take you a second to catch on to it. Okay, so we have here the Woodsman. So this really is the Hermit energy, and this is about just feeling alone. Being alone without feeling lonely. Like that's what this is. So if you are feeling lonely or you are spending a lot of time alone, and then that does lead to loneliness, there could be the fact that you are making an effort to reach out to friends via online or short travel to go meet up with friends, to spend time with friends. And even here on the table, it's kind of reminds me of like beer pong or the party games that people play when they're drinking. So to me, that kind of reminds me of like gatherings, get-togethers, visiting with people, even if it's just in a chat room or online or on the phone. But if you can meet up with someone in person, especially if you have been feeling just lonely, even if you are in a room with people at times, Sandy, you might still at times feel lonely or withdrawn. Well, let's just see what direction this reading is going for Sandy, what she needs to know about what we've been presented. Yeah. So if you have been feeling any certain type of way lately, that energy's on its way out. You're coming out on the other side very soon. Light at the end of the tunnel. I always call this Olympic athlete card, meaning you're almost to what you've been working for a very long time. So this to me feels like an emotional connection with somebody. So there might be a breakthrough in a relationship, or just a new relationship or a rekindling of an old or just kind of relationship that's maybe been simmering, but nothing real amazing or too great has been happening in it. But like there's like a rekindling of the energy and something feeling really, it doesn't necessarily feel romantic to me, but it does feel very companionable, very vulnerable. Like you and this person can share like some deep stuff about each other or about yourselves to each other. Yeah. And it could even be family or people who feel like family, or you're just strengthening the bonds with people close to you. This is a very friends that feel like family vibe with the other cards we've gotten here. So there might even be some ideas for making money here. Specifically, there might even be, I just heard like buying trip. So I don't know if you're planning to go to like, I don't know how far Tucson is, like the Tucson Gem Show. And I know that's not going on right now, but usually in the spring, correct me if I'm wrong, or any kind of, buying trip for, different supplies for your business, that you might be going on some trip or trek with people that mean something to you. All right, what else does Sandy need to know? Yeah, lots of little messages coming through this. Oh, in February. Okay. Yeah, so not quite spring, but it is your like birthday time, right? February 8th. Yes. All right. What does Sandy need to know? Yeah. Yeah. And I think this reignition of this relationship or just this new relationship just coming out of the woodwork can really help mend that loneliness, that broken heart, or just that fear, like that FOMO, fear of missing out, or just feeling like life has passed you by, or you, especially with your love life, possibly. Let's tune in what this is saying for Sandy. They want to like turn it to love now. So yeah. So it's very interesting because, the Three of Wands is all about travel. The Two of Wands is about planning the trip. Might have to go to Albuquerque. There you go. That might be a fun trip. So it's like you're in the planning stage of something, And because we were asking too about your love life, this to me is such like an online dating, like setting up a profile kind of card. Um, so it doesn't mean that you will for sure like be guaranteed to find somebody or that you even have to go down that road. But it might be something that you could meet somebody that just at the very least you could find a very close companion or friend that would be like a lifelong friend. I know, aren't these cards just so cute? I think they're so cute. And I just saw the Eight of Pentacles on the back, which is like the hardworking card. It's like the little guys at his workbench just working away, plugging away. Yeah. So we have the Knight of Pentacles, like slow and steady energy. And there is an ending. Again, this though feels like past energy tied up in this past heartbreak or just feeling like you had missed out on some element of love life. It doesn't mean that you've never had a lover or anything like that, but this to me feels like there might have been something always missing in all of your romantic connections that you may even right now feel like, well, I'll never get to experience that. But I don't see that that's true. I see that there is this like deep connection still out there for you. Let's see. Yeah. And it's very interesting because, you know, the beast is the devil card. So it's like the temptation is there. You know, especially like take the online dating example, like you could meet anyone, anywhere. Like that, like just knowing that you could meet somebody is very tempting to jump into that. But at the same time, say, you know, example of online dating could take a lot of your time and your energy and you know, there could even be senses of frustration coming in if, you know, the right person just isn't on there. But again, kind of going back to the travel or the trip, there might be an upcoming trip, again, that you're taking with someone who means something to you that is going to turn out very successfully at the Chariot here. And, you know, I don't know if you've been thinking about doing something to your vehicle or making some sort of repairs on a vehicle or getting a different vehicle. You know, anytime the Chariot comes out, I've got to talk about vehicles. So there it is. But also travel. Also just finding success, whichever decision you make or what direction you go. As long as you're putting in that effort, which it looks to me like you're willing and ready to put in effort with something. But there are some cycles closing out that will allow you to know what your next new direction is. And then you're going to be able to start moving in that direction. Never had anyone that was in love with me, not what I have or could do. Yeah, so that might be that just kind of element of not really feeling love the way that you had hoped to in those, you know, connections. Yeah. Anyone that was in love with me and not what I have or could do. Gotcha. Yeah, but again, I don't see that that means that never will Sandy experience that. Because, hey, there's no time like the present or, you know, the near future to see just energetically being open to that and just allowing for that to come in. If that's something you want. All right. She would be a lucky lady for sure. All right. Big hug, Sandy. I do feel, though, before we close out, Sandy, I want to get one more. Mindful message. Let's get a mindful message for Sandy. Anything else? Anything else for Sandy? We have here, return to the body. When I'm caught up in a stressful moment, I can move my awareness to my body. Is my jaw clenched? My body tense? How is my posture? This helps me to see where I can relax and let go of tension. Now I can return to any situation more calm and present. So, yes. All right. Big hug, Sandy. Thanks again for your lovely donation. All right. I think we have reached that time, friends, to do our giveaway. Even if you've already donated for a reading or got a free one card at the beginning, hey, don't be shy. Get in on this giveaway. And then everybody, once the giveaway frenzy has commenced, I will then enter everybody that wants to be entered into our perpetual drawing and pull one of your names tonight. You need not be present to win. We could even pull your name maybe from a couple live streams ago. We never know. So, Crazy Tempest is here. Welcome. Okay, so we are going to just start. There's really no rules, but here are the, I guess, directions. You can use your intuition or just guess what card am I going to pull out of this tarot deck. There are 78 options to choose from. There's the major arcana, the 4 different suits, and also the court cards within each suit. Go ahead and start guessing right now or using your intuition to tune in. What card am I going to pull? And if we're going and going and going and no one's getting it, I will definitely be narrowing it down here and there until we can get the card. And here it is. Ooh. All right, guys, start figuring out what is the tarot card I just pulled. And because there's only a few of you here, let's just narrow it down right off the bat. It is a major arcana energy. Major arcana. Good guesses. We've already got 2 major arcana guesses. Not quite, though. Not quite it. And of course, the tarot card that we have here is going to be part of your reading as well. All right. Let me narrow it down even more. So this tarot card is between numbers 0 and 10. So the first part of the major arcana journey. So if you know your number tarot cards, you can get it pretty quick, I bet. Between numbers 0 and 10 of the major arcana. You guys have guessed a lot of those, but not quite the one we're looking for. Not quite the one we're looking for. See what I did there? First person to know what that is gets it. Number 1, tarot card, number 1. Does anybody know? It's right here. You can even Google it real quick and come back and win, maybe, unless someone beat you to it. Does anybody know? Marlene! Marlene is the one. Of course, in this deck, it's called something different, but that is the Magician. Yay, Marlene! Marlene has won herself. She Googled it. Hey, like I said, use your intuition or guess. You needed it. You needed it. So here it is. So what would you like to know, my dear Marlene? We're going to get right into your question, which of course the Magician is part of your question. Truthfully, I don't know if that's in the top 10. Oh man. See, I know a lot of like the main tarot card numbers. I don't know what number the Chariot is. I want to say it's in the teens though. I know it's not 15, I know it's not 16, and I know it's not 17. Because that is Death, the Tower, and the Star. And I know it's not 10, because that's the Wheel of Fortune. I know it's not 1, or 2, or 3, because 1 is the Magician. 2 is the High Priestess. 3 is the Empress. 4 is the Emperor. 5 is the Hierophant. 6 is the Lovers. 7. Oh, 7 always trips me up. Oh, that's what it is. The Chariot is 7. Okay. And it's weird because that's one of my life cards. That and the Tarot. Yeah. That and the Tower. Chariot and Tower are my 2 life cards for my birthday. Yeah. So I should know that the Chariot is number 7. And like I said, it always trips me up. Well, there's why. Because I always forget. Too funny. All right. So Marlene is going to go ahead and post her question. We'll get right into it. And everybody who wants to be entered into the giveaway, go ahead and put the number 777 in honor of the Chariot and for us for forgetting what number she is. Put a 777 in the chat and that will let me know you want your name in our giveaway. And then we'll pull said giveaway winner tonight. And then we'll get into Marlene's reading and then do the giveaway 1 card pull. Okay. Yeah, if you Google life tarot card, your like life card tarot, and then you plug in your birthday information, it will spit out 1 or 2 cards that are your life card. All right, Wu-Tang Tia. Tantia in the drawing. And also, Crazy Tempest wants to be entered to win. Marlene, don't be shy. Get your name in the drawing as well as your question for your giveaway read. Oh, you want a general. Gotcha. Okay, Crazy Tempest. It's hard to hold these little papers and write on them. They just slip around, and then my writing looks even worse than normal. Crazy Tempest. All right. Right, you learn new things every day. And it'll probably be a long time before I forget that the chariot is number 7. That's how that works. Once we learn something, yeah. Mistakes will not be made on my end as far as what number the chariot is for a minute now. At least I hope not. All right. I used to have them all memorized, and then I didn't keep up with it. I'm talking years ago when I was late teens. I had all the numbers memorized. And then time just at age 41 now. All right, Marlene wants a general. So Magician is all about manifestation. So, the fact that even if you had to go Google what is the first tarot card, because, the technically first tarot card is the number 0, which is the Fool. But number 1 is the Magician. And the Magician is a card all about letting you know you already have all the tools you need to create the success or the manifestation that you are searching for. But as far as your general reading goes, let's see what else needs to come out for Marlene. Ooh. So you might, again, kind of circling back to your other question tonight, you might doubt yourself a lot or think, oh, I don't have good intuition, or I could never figure that out. No, you can and you will. And I love the fact that, you have 2 major arcanas in this reading thus far. And with the devil energy or the devil card, at the heart of that card, it's a card of creativity and even just desire to be creative in life. So you might have felt even creatively blocked with the 2 cards coming out. But this is shifting. I really do feel this is shifting over the next 3 months. Yeah. Look at that. Yeah, you've been getting a lot of major arcanas lately. And when you get a lot of major arcanas in a reading, say you get 3 major arcanas and just 1 minor arcana energy, the major arcanas are big transformations in life. So that lets you know something big is coming in. But look at this. So Queen of Pentacles, this is about being able to not just understand your surroundings and what's available to you, and figuring out how much money you have going in or coming in, how much you have going out, deciding what upgrades to make around your house and your life, and where you can pull back on spending, and being able to repurpose things and redistribute and reorganize and redecorate, which I think you had done some of that over the summer, or maybe even in the spring you were kind of working and focusing on that. But this might be kind of coming full circle where even a season of life, this really does feel like a season of life is kind of closing out for you. So I don't know if this is having to do maybe with one of the kids, as far as, oh, we're graduating out of, diapers, or we're graduating from, preschool to kindergarten, something like this that feels that, yes, there's other children possibly in the house that have already gone through these milestones. There might be some milestone being reached that it feels like the last time that milestone will be coming in. So it's bittersweet, as a parent. I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be a milestone with the kids, but something that's definitely going to affect the home, and not in a bad way. It's just oh, well, season of life, that season of life is kind of shifting into this next season of life, is how that feels. So there's just kind of repurposing of the energy, or being able to offload some of, thinking of going from that young baby and even into the toddler stage of life. There's a lot of bulky items that babies and toddlers, have that we can now, repurpose or gift to somebody who could use them, and we don't need, if we don't need them anymore. There's something like that. If it's not literally about your children and that, it could just be this next level or next level of just your purpose or your potential that you're stepping into very, very soon, Marlene. So I hope that resonated for you. All right. Oh, Amber A, let's get you in the drawing. Yes, anyone that will put a 777 in the chat, basically the rest of the live stream, I will definitely honor putting your name in the drawing. We're going to do the drawing now. Now that we are done with Marlene's reading. She won the giveaway, so Amber A. Boom. There we go. Amber A. And Brandy Lynn as well. Let's get Brandy Lynn in on that drawing. I know your name's in here a few times at least. Had to put the littlest kiddo to bed. Aw. It's about that time, isn't it? Aw, you're so welcome, Marlene. Congrats again for winning. Doesn't matter that you had to Google. You still won it. So pat yourself on the back. You did it. Yay. All right. Let's get Brandy Lynn's name on this here. This paper loves to slide. Okay. Brandy Lynn. Pop her right into the cup here. All right, now, anyone else that will put a 777 after now, you're going to have to be in, maybe get your name drawn in a future drawing, because we're drawing for tonight's winner. Your husband says you cheated. No, I say you did not. It's still valid. All right, Farida Ali won. Farida Ali. They entered in, obviously, a past giveaway, but I will have to put this name and this timestamp. So 10603. 10603. Farida Ali. You won tonight's drawing. I just drew your name. If you want me to watch me draw it, just kind of scroll just a little bit past or before our little timestamp here for you. We are going to pull, what are we going to pull tonight for Farida Ali? Let's go to this deck. I'm going to use this one in a minute. Okay. Message for Farida Ali. And of course, Farida, if you have a question that you want an answer for, you can pause it right here. Since you're not here live, you don't have to wait. You can just pause it, figure out what question you want to answer or ask, and I will answer. Or if you just want to leave this open and just see what comes, that's fine too. But here we go. All right, and we have magic. So make a wish, believe in miracles, and magic surround you. So especially if you are waiting for this big miracle to come in, especially if there's an issue or a problem or an obstacle going on in your life right now, Farida, and you're just hoping that something happens that manifests some beautiful outcome, beautiful reality for you, you have more power in this situation than you think you do. So there is a very magical, miraculous miracle on its way for you if you believe. And I just heard that song, If You Believe in Magic. Who sings that? Oh my gosh. It's from like the 60s, I think. Maybe even earlier. I'm not sure. Sometimes that era of music, I get confused on what decade. If You Believe in Magic song. Okay. It's by The Lovin' Spoonful. So if you look that, they look very 60s to me. If that's not 60s, I don't know what it is. So Do You Believe in Magic? Look that up. There might be some messages in those lyrics, but now they've got me curious. I don't know. It could be early 70s. Let's see. I want to see when it was released. Oh, it was 60s. 65, right smack dab in the middle of them. They're 60s. Yeah. Let's see. Short story about 777, 2001, or 2001. 2021, I was seeing 777 at least once a day for 4 months straight until one day in November, I was just randomly thinking about when will Bruno Mars finally drop another album, and my surprise, he dropped an album like a week prior and was the song on the album titled 777. Wow. See, that is like some crazy, like, yeah. You got to believe in magic when stuff like that happens. That's so cool. Thanks for sharing, Tia. I love that. This reminds me of our Patreon days. We would have Zooms where we could just share our spiritual and like woo-woo fun experiences. Those were my favorite live streams because it wasn't just me talking at you guys the whole time. I got to hang out with you and feel you guys and hear your stories and see what you guys had going on. So fun to me. My jaw dropped. Haven't been seeing 777 much since then. Now I always see 444. yeah, my whole like awakening thing kicked off when my youngest son or my oldest son was very young. He's 12, will be 13 in March. So, you know, a good 13, oh, not quite 13, 12 years. But when I was pregnant with him, I would see 444 all the time as well. So yeah, 13 years. But that's really, but for my whole life though, my whole life, 1111, my whole life, for the whole life. All right, let's see if we had any other donations. We do have one for Crazy Tempest. So let's see. Go ahead and post your question, Crazy Tempest. We're going to get right into it for you. And I think that's our last donation of the evening. And I have a timestamp I do need to post when we are done here. I need to remind myself to post Farita's timestamp. All right. So, Crazy Tempest. Oh, Tia, I'm kind of on a weird little hiatus / break with Patreon, but oh my gosh, we had so much fun back in the day. I'm debating bringing it back eventually, but it'll probably be at least a few months or longer. Yeah, not that I burned out on Patreon. It was more just burning out on trying to maintain the Pick a Card channel, this channel, my writing, Patreon, and just life and doing mentorship sessions for people and people booking personal readings. I just got really burned out. So I kind of just had to pull back where, you know, the energy flow wasn't coming in, and it definitely was not at all coming in on Pick a Card. So I had to stop doing those, and also Patreon. Yeah. All right. Crazy Tempest. Let's tune in Crazy Tempest's energy. Why do I feel stagnant with my job? How come they no longer sending me to take my license test? Okay. So let's kind of two-part this. So we'll ask first and foremost about just this feeling of stagnancy, why that's going on. Okay. Ooh. Interesting. So it's like there's a competition. So I don't know if this is like literal competition between you and like coworkers, like peers to you in the coworker field, where you feel like everybody's trying to one up another or throw other people under the bus. There could be this element of just even gossip or just not feeling quite like you fit in with the people you work with that can kind of just help you to feel more, and help isn't probably the right word I should have used there, but it kind of almost forces you to like pull back even if you don't want to, because it does to me feel, and it's very interesting, your license test. So I don't know if the license test, like you would have had to travel to do that, or if that was something to do online. But it was like there was a shift to where it almost feels like a possible raise, promotion, or something like that could have been stolen from you or just not given to you when you should have had it because you had earned it, or it should have been something that was, oh yeah, I would have had to travel. Yeah. And it's like something threw a wrench in it, or there was just too much competition when it really was like in the bag. Like it was a given. You're going to be able to take this license test, and most likely they were paying for it. Like that's what this felt like to me. Like they were going to pay to have you do this and probably pay for you to go there and stay if you had to and whatever. And now they're not, which to me again feels like, you know, maybe other people got involved when they shouldn't have or something like that. Yeah, they were supposed to pay for like the whole thing, and it should have been just like drop in the bucket. You did it. You got in, you got out. Yay, you did it. But let's see what changed here besides this element of competition, gossip, whatever else. What shifted that? Ooh, wow. So yeah, that is like the weirdest death card I've ever seen. But it's very funny. It's like this happening for you is almost like you just, you know, if things had progressed the way they should have, and I will even say should have, that should have happened. But it's almost like a destiny theft. And a lot of times, entity interference or just, you know, oh, let's mess with these humans, you know, these other entities in the field, just want to throw a wrench in something. But sometimes they can actually meddle too much in our lives to where we literally throw in the towel and go in a completely different direction that actually is going to serve us much better. And that's actually what I feel is happening here, or in the process or midst of happening for you, is you're just going to be so over it and so just ready for some excitement and feeling supported at work as well, that you are probably going to start looking for employment somewhere else, or even just having that intention that I don't feel appreciated here, even if you don't say anything to your bosses or higher ups or anything, just having this feeling of almost resentment or something like that can almost like re-trigger them to give you what they should have given you all along. Either that, or you just decide, no, done with this, I'm on to the next. And that next place is where you're going to find more happiness and fulfillment in your work. But let's also ask, just kind of this sense of stagnancy. Yeah. And it's very interesting because this is a 5 of Cups. So it's about a shift of perspective, or like perception. Like, what are you focusing on? The things that have gone wrong at work, or the things that are going well at work? And of course, when you feel slighted or taken advantage of, or, oh, they broke promises to me, that can really get you in this like down in the dumps feeling of, well, why even bother? Because, everything doesn't even work out. Even when they say they're going to do something, they don't even do it. Or, we can all get caught up in that, is just feeling really upset, which it's valid. You should feel upset. That's just not right to tell them they tell you, see, I can talk, I swear. They tell you they're going to do something for you that's going to benefit you. By way of them benefiting you, it's going to also benefit them. And then they pull it out from under you. Like, that's just not right at all. And if anything, they should have, apologized or, made it up to you somehow. But you can focus on that. And again, it's valid that you really feel that and get whatever anger you feel about that out. And then start to shift your focus either to applying other places that you do feel more, respected and worthy, which you are worthy. It's just maybe you're not feeling worthy at this place, or feeling like you're an asset to them or something. But also, you can shift your perspective to the things at work that do feel good to you. Like if it's the clients, or if it's the work itself, or, certain coworkers that you vibe with, or even just the drive to work, and, the music you get to listen to at work, whatever it is, just finding those little silver linings to the situation can help lift your spirits and lift your mood, and almost just kind of put a bubble around you to where that, competitiveness, gossip, just the negativity that you don't want to experience at work will just kind of almost be like background noise that you don't even notice. But for the most part, Crazy Tempest, I want to get some advice for you as well. Ain't growing anymore. Yeah, it's a very, like you said, stagnant energy of just feeling like, well, now what? You promised me all these things and it's not happening, and now I'm just feeling like spinning my wheels. You definitely feel like you deserve a lot more than you're getting, or like the credit that you get for what you do is just not there, and it should be. So you're coming to this big choice. Your biggest advice here is to make a choice. Do you want to continue to feel stagnant? Because I have a feeling, just in the way they kind of did you dirty with that license test and everything, that they would just kind of continue to, pull back and not give you what you deserve. Or are you going to make the choice to leave and go in a direction where the people actually are feeling very appreciative of having you on their team at this new job or this new career? It would really feel like I don't get along with the guys there as is. Yeah, I think that says guy. I've got a big heart in the way, so I sometimes have to, guys. You do have a choice coming up. And I would say between now and Christmas time, you're going to make a choice to either double down and just try to really make something happen at work, which I see is probably not being the best use of your time and effort because nothing's really going to change, or deciding and even applying other places and just getting your resume out there to places that would be more than happy to have someone like you work there and feel very appreciative of having you there. It definitely ain't staying after that rug. Really was hoping for the promotion, like you kept picking. Right, that promotion was like front and center, and then it was just like, Like, that was a huge theft. That was so yours. It was so yours and supposed to be yours. Look, literal promotion card that we keep getting for you. So you're gonna have to go get your coin somewhere else, lady. That's what I'm seeing here. And it sucks because you've put in this time and just to have to go to the hassle of applying at these new places and meeting all the new people, learning the new ropes of the new job. Like, that's stressful. That's just a lot, right? But if this is what you're looking for, that's probably what you're going to have to do is to make the choice to go somewhere where they value you and the work you do and not just what you can do for them but you as a person. Like, you deserve to be valued as a person as well. Yeah, right, as a woman it does get harder, right? It's just not fair, is it? Let's just see anything else that needs to come up for Crazy Tempest. Yeah. I love this. With a bit of patience, dreams will come true. So, yes, it's going to take work and effort and probably just some elbow grease to get this next place, this next phase, this next season of life front and center for you. But when you do move from this job to the next, after a bit of patience and nurturing and just taking care of yourself through this whole process, you're going to get the healing, the recognition, the reward, the happiness that you have been striving for this whole time at this place, but in a different place. So, yeah. And it's very interesting. This person here is almost like dressed like a clown. So it's interesting how maybe right now you feel like a clown, like they played me like a fool. And now here I am, like just showing up day after day and like nothing's changing. But really, joke's going to be on them when you leave. And I have a feeling just energetically, the work you do or whatever it is that you do specifically, even if there are other people in the same field or department or whatever, no one does it as efficiently or as well as you do. So when you pull your energy back by saying, bye, Felicia, and you're out the door, they're probably going to have to hire 2 people to do what you did. Or, make other people that already do work there upset by giving them more responsibility but not as much pay. No raises coming with that new responsibility. So they're really just shooting themselves in the foot by not honoring you the way they should have and giving you that bump up like they should have. It's not even like they're doing you any favor. This was earned. This was deserved. And you have every right. Look, yes, this was deserved, was earned, but it was stolen from you by way of, either them just not following through with their promises or them giving, raises and promotions to other people or taking them from everybody. I mean, they could be doing this to other people as well in the situation. But you're not going to stand for it for long. So I really do see you're packing your bags and you're ready to go. You're leaving on a jet plane. Julianne, welcome. You actually won our drawing a couple live streams back, and I did timestamp it for you on a comment on our live stream. I want to say it might have been, let's see, the Real Big John Trucking won last time. You might have been either last Wednesday or the Friday before last Wednesday. So that would have been Friday the 6th, I think. Yeah. So I don't know if you saw that you had won, but I had time-stamped whatever one. You can just go click back through some of the old, more recent live streams to see the top comment timestamp with your name by it. There should be a message for you, Julianne. And if you didn't get it already, I hope it resonates for you. All right. See, yeah, you were part of our drawing, our perpetual drawing. You didn't even need to be present to win. And it was your idea for me to just leave a timestamp. So thank you for that. And by way of me doing that, you won and you got your timestamp. Yeah, absolutely. Well, we are wrapping up here. I think that was our last donation for the evening. But yes, Julianne, enjoy your 1-card pull a few live streams back. And yeah, I think that's it for me tonight. So I hope you all have a wonderful hump day or rest of it if you're already into Thursday, if you're over in India or parts of down under. I have a horrible accent, sorry. That was uncalled for. Yeah, but I will see you guys again Friday if everything shakes out. My kids actually have tomorrow and Friday off. There's some teachers conference, not parent teacher conferences, but like the teachers will go like 2 days of the school year for some like teaching conference that they're doing this week. So yeah, tonight's like Friday night instead of Wednesday night for my kids. So big 4-day weekend for us. And yeah. So yeah, I will be hopefully, fingers crossed, if I can get them entertained and still be able to be on Friday. We should be business as usual Friday, 11 a.m. Mountain Time. Oh, your kids have tomorrow and Friday off as well. Oh, that's cool, Amber. Yeah, it just must be a thing. I don't know. But yeah, I'll be back 11 a.m. Mountain Time. And let's see, any other announcements? I don't think so. Oh, I will be. Let's see, that will be our last live stream before Halloween. So I will be dressed with my Halloween fun stuff. I have a little fun witch's hat, and I'll hear my dog barking, so that must be time to go. And I have the funniest, cutest little earrings I found on Etsy. They are 3 of the McDonald's pumpkin like buckets, the witch bucket, the pumpkin bucket, and the ghost bucket. They're like a 3-tiered little dangly earrings that I just saw on Etsy. I thought they were the cutest thing I ever saw in my life, so I had to get those. And they came in, so I'm gonna wear those on Friday. I should have worn my other ghosty ones tonight because I'm not gonna be able to wear them on another live stream because it'll be after Halloween by then. And they're little. It's just a little like wooden earrings, and they're a little ghost holding a pumpkin. He was really cute, and he's holding like a thing of flowers. So I probably should have wore those tonight. But anyway, not that you care what I wear. We just have fun anyway. All right, you guys, I'm going to go. So thanks again so much for all those likes, comments, shares, subscribes, donations, and all the things. And I really, truly do hope to see each and every one of you right back here at Harmony Portal Tarot Live. All right, you guys, have a fabulous rest of your night. Bye.